Javier, it's the second such attempt to oust Castillo from the presidency. Who are his political opponents, and why specifically do they want him out?
But mainly his political opponents are mainly from the right and the far right of the political spectrum in Peru. What they have approved is not the actual impeachment, but a debate where we'll discuss the impeachment, the sacking of the president. Now, we have just heard that the president has agreed to appear before Congress tomorrow, Tuesday, the 15th of March. The debate for the actual impeachment will take place on the 28th of March. What they're going to debate at the moment, that's what the votes they got, votes they got for this, is a debate about the possible impeachment and vacancy of the president. Now, mainly the main people who want him out are the people from the right wing and the far right of the Peruvian spectrum. For example, Jorge Montoya, who is the main promoter of this impeachment, is a former admiral of the Navy, and he's a member of a far right political party in Peru. However, Mr. Castillo has not held with some questionable appointments in his cabinet. He has had to renew his cabinet many times because many of the ministers have been questioned, and at the moment, some of his current ministers, members of his current cabinet, have been questioned for corruption, for domestic abuse, and other alleged crimes. The other reason as well is that he's been accused, and I'm going to give you the quote I have just received from the Peruvian Congress, contradictions and lies from President Castillo in relation to anti-corruption investigations. Basically, one of the accusations is that a contract given to a company to build a bridge in the northern part of Peru, in Tarata, the northern part of Peru, was given thanks to Mr. Castillo's intervention to help this company. He denies these accusations. And there's other issues like questionable appointments in his cabinet. I mentioned many ministers, some of whom had to resign, who were appointed by Mr. Castillo. But there is, as you mentioned in your introduction, this is the second attempt to impeach the president. The last one was in December last year, but the opposition didn't get enough votes to impeach him. But this time, Mr. Castillo has agreed to appear tomorrow, and the Prime Minister, Aníbal Torres, the Prime Minister in Peru, doesn't have the same power as in other countries. He's the spokesperson of the cabinet, has said that he will give, quote, some surprises in his speech. We don't know exactly what he means by surprises. So the situation is very volatile in Peru, and some supporters of Mr. Castillo have said that if he's impeached, and some audios have been produced in the media, his impeachment would provoke blood in the streets. So we're talking a very volatile situation in Peru at the moment.
So what then are Peruvians saying? Castillo's approval ratings have plunged. Does that suggest he's unpopular with them too, despite Peru's economy actually growing in 2021?
Exactly. I mean, his popularity has gone down because he has made serious mistakes in terms of appointing questionable ministers. In that particular case, the opposition has a good point in terms of the kind of ministers he's appointed to his cabinet. At the same time, one of the issues is that he has a big problem with the media. He refuses to talk to the media, which is something that many presidents have not done before. They've always spoken to the media. He tries to isolate the media, and the media is very hostile towards Mr. Castillo. And this media, I wouldn't say propaganda, but the way the media has portrayed Mr. Castillo has helped as well damage his image. But also, it's true that the economy is growing, but many sectors of this population in Peru, those who voted for him, especially people from the countryside, are still expecting he fulfills his promises of attacking the profound inequalities that still prevail in Peru between the big cities in Peru, like Lima and Arequipa, and the countryside, which is still very much marginalized in terms of benefiting from the economic growth of Peru.
OK, Javier Farje joining us live there from London. Thank you.